So good morning, honorable present here. The 19th CS 402 Database Management System, second year, fourth semester. Unit number 4, transaction, and topic number 8, serializability. So what is serializability? The serializability is the classical concurrency scheme. It ensures that the schedule for executing concurrent transaction is equivalent to one that execute another transaction in the same order. So for example, take your queue, a huge number of people can stand at the queue and samely access your process and update your data in your database server. For example, you purchasing if any item, for example, grocery item of example, pottu kadalai, half kg means you can update one person, another person coffee of 200 grams. The same two things can be updated and same time and same order using a schedule concept. It is assumed that all access to a database are doing use read and write operations. So we have using two operation in our serializability. One is read and write synchronization and write synchronization. And read and write synchronization, if the transaction read value returned by another transaction one schedule, it also does show is other schedule. Write synchronization, if the transaction override the value of other transaction in one schedule. It is also does show in the other schedules. For example, we have using two conflicts in serializability. One is conflict serializability, another one view serializability. First of all, we going to see conflict serializability. So two instructions, how two different transactions may want to access same data and in order to perform read and write operation. The conflict serializability deals with detecting whether the instruction are conflicting, if any way, and specifying in order to which two instructions will be executed in case there any difficulty. A conflict arises if the at least one or both of the instruction write operation, another one read operations. So the following rules are important in conflict serializability. First condition, if the two transactions of two concurrent transactions are both read operations, then they are not conflict. They can be allowed to take place in any others. Second one, if one of the transaction want to perform the read operation and the instruction want to perform the write operation, then they are in conflict. Hence, their ordering is important. If the read instruction is performed the first and then read older value of the data item, and after reading is over, then the new value of the data item is returned. And if the write instruction is performed first and updated data item with the new value, and read instruction read the new updated value in the second one. So execute all operation of the transaction T1 sequence followed by transaction of T2. For example, one of the example, we can show that one. So graph, we will take a graph. The conflict serializability precedence graph is used. Let us schedule conflict direct graph known as a precedence graph. The graph is consist of a pair of G equal to V comma E, where V is a set of vertices, E is a set of edges. So algorithm for creation of a graph, they create a node for each transaction and direct edge Ti tends to Tj if the Tj read value of an item of written by Ti. So for example, direct edge Ti Tj if the Tj return value of into after item after that has been read by Ti. So direct edge Ti tends to Tj if the Tj write after Ti write. A schedule is conflict serializable if and only precedence graph is acyclic. If cycle, we have a T1, T2, T3, you can show the diagram. Both diagram you can verify. The arrow mark can be followed. T1 T2, T3, T1. This is a cyclic form can be created. There is no series. Um, there is no conflict because of the cycle can be formed. Suppose you can take this second one T1, T2, T3. The arrow mark can be modified. So can cyclic form not created. At the time, the conflict serializability can be may occur. So you can following process and modify the data and execute reagain process. So this is one of the example. Check for conflict serializability T1, T2, T3, R of X and R of X, R of Z in transaction 1 and T2 la R of Z, R of Y, W of Z, W of Y and T3 la R of X, R of Y, W of X. So T1 I have choose first R of X, T1 to T3, T1 to T3 and R of Z T1 to T2, T1 to T2 and R of Z T2, T2 and R of Y T2, T2. So you can check your condition. The condition is satisfied. The condition is satisfied. Whether condition satisfied, you can cyclic form created. This is called serial. There is no serial. Suppose the condition not satisfied, cyclic form cannot create. The may occur in one serializability in the area. This is check for conflict serializability. Another problem. So once I check T1, T1 of X, you can W of X upper, you can create a process. So T1, T2, T3, the cyclic form created, this is called non-conflict serializability. The cyclic form not created, this is conflict serializability in the database server. This is another one example. You can find out the answer. If both the transactions are for right operation, then they are in a conflict, but cannot be allowed. So can be allowed to take place in order because the transaction do not read the value updated by each other. However, the value that persists in the data item after schedule is over the one written by instruction. Perform the last write.